Yo, what's Gucci? What's good with it? It's the homie Mac, music art, culture, knowledge, reporting live from the Dogon. Peace and love to all. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Subscribe to the YouTube channel 82 Kings. Follow the movement on Instagram at MackTV _82. Peace and love to all. But again, I gotta say it again. You see it? 82 Kings. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, 82 Kings. But real quick, I want to piggyback off of a subject that I discussed a while ago, maybe 4 or 5 months ago. That may be short, not too long ago in some people's estimation. But yeah, I want to address black men and mental health. I'm going to use myself as a reference point. I know that I know specifically all black men are not a monolith. I know that all black men vary in their foundational upbringing, their experiences, this, that, and the third. But I'm going to use myself as an avatar, as an image, as the reference point. I want to say, the push right now is, there needs to be like a reformation, this mass psychological spiritual revolution in context of black men, their behavior, and how they interact with their ecosystem. Right or wrong, that's the vibe that I'm getting on Facebook, and not even just Facebook, not even just social media, not just social media in general, but just out and about every day. But real quick, I want to say, from the time I was a little boy, from going to school, being in classes, interacting with various people in different from going to the supermarket, going to the park, playing with other kids, just day to day. I remember being 8, 9 years old and really feeling as though I was a problem. I felt as though I was treated as if I was a problem before my humanity was even acknowledged. I want to say when I took these tests that we know are culturally biased, that we know aren't necessarily a good metric for the genius of black children, I was considered to be below average intellectually. My mind was not considered, the way my brain processed things, so they say it was not up to speed, was subpar. In a sense, I was just intellectually bankrupt, no critical thinking skills. I didn't process things, I guess, again, at the speed or the rate or in the way that they felt as though I should. Now, this is me in the 9th grade, and they tried to put me in special education. Luckily, my mother and my father, they stood in the gap for me and said, no, like our baby is very forward thinking. He's bright. So I'm thankful that I had my parents advocating for me. But I just think about how when I got those test scores back and just seeing how I was not ingratiated or embraced in society, again, how I always felt as though like I was this scourge of the earth or this problem. Many times I felt like my existence was in question. Like, why do you exist, Maurice? Why are you here? You are a waste of space. And I remember feeling like that, being out and about. And I realized that psychologically that impacted how I viewed myself. It impacted how I viewed other black people. And specifically other black children, black women, black men, the whole gamut. And I think it puts you in a space where you lose respect for yourself as well as your reflection, And I've talked to other brothers and they said they felt that same thing, as far as like feeling as though being a black man is somehow bankrupt. It has no lasting value to it. And I feel like some brothers, they just go on kamikaze mode where they're just like, middle finger to everybody. Y'all don't rock with me. Y'all think my existence is a problem. Well, forget all y'all. I don't even care. Y'all don't want to ingratiate me into mainstream society. All right. I'm about to rebel against everything and everyone. You know, and I think more study and more concentration needs to be put into that. I think that I think a lot of black men, we have a very sordid way of defining our manhood. I think it's hypersexual. I think it's rooted in conquest. Um, not, I mean, when I say conquest, uh, conquest over black bodies, conquest over other people, and by that I mean like I gotta beat on another dude. I gotta take his girl. I gotta take her. You know, everything is like consumption, consume. You know, and you're defining your manhood from the waist down, which is really very very much animalistic, and I think it robs us of our own human element. And so I think these things need to be addressed. I think that you know, right now the outcry is black men don't protect black women. Black men don't think very highly of black women. And my thing is, let's get to the core of that. I can't help but feel like there's some resonance from black men having unhealthy perspectives of themselves. You know, I think there's a lot of machismo. I think there's a lot of capping, as they say. There's a lot of things that are masked as hypermasculinity, but they're really depressed. They really have an unhealthy sense of self. And again, they're marking their manhood. They're defining it in a lot of maladaptive, unhealthy ways. I can honestly say by the time when I graduated from college, my senior year of college, the semester before I graduated, I had one friend commit suicide. And the semester that I actually did graduate, I had another friend not only commit suicide, but he killed the mother of his child. So it was a murder suicide type thing. And at that same time, I had two friends that were facing federal charges. Federal, like big boy. And we know that the federal has a 98% conviction rate. And sometimes I would ask myself, like, what led some of the homies to just jump off the deep end? What led some of the homies to become very destructive in their mindsets towards themselves and towards the whole ecosystem that they're in? And my thing is, I think, again, it starts with an unhealthy sense of self. Again, maladaptive ways of defining self. I think a lot of us, it almost is like we take out our rage. We try to, a lot of black men, I feel like they just kind of sweep it under the rug. I don't feel shit. I'm a G. And the whole time, like, you're crumbling inside. You know, not only are you crumbling inside, but you're taking that pain and that hurt, and you're misappropriating it and taking it out on other people who don't deserve it, whether it be men, women, children, other black men. We know that I think black manhood, we know that black manhood, again, has been defined in a very lot of self-destructive ways, in proximity to a lot of things that are just lead to nowhere but death. You know, and I think it's cool. It's a cool thing to say, like, you know, mental health. But I mean, how many of us are really trying to delve into that and trying to figure out the pathology of certain behaviors and why specifically black men do some of the things they do? But yeah, I want to say, as far as solutions, I think brothers need to, and this is me speaking from self, things I've done, really look in the mirror. You know, find out who you are. Like, what are the things that you like to do? What are your skill sets? And really peel the layers back. Like, why do certain things irritate me? Why do I have a certain paradigm towards certain things and certain people, certain demographics? Why? And I think that we need to have these really genuine moments, these transparent moments amongst ourselves. And I think that we need to have support systems. Black men need to have support systems amongst one another, where we can be vulnerable with one another, we can be honest with each other, and in a non-judgmental way, and really bring about healing. There needs to be a culture. A culture needs to be curated of healing amongst black men. You know, because my thing is, You can't pour from an empty cup. If you're no good to yourself, you're no good to nobody. You know? And I think there just are the dynamics of people always want to talk about, what black men aren't doing in correlation to black women. But my thing is like we don't move in we have a lot of unhealthy, destructive ways on how we interact with one another as black men. So I'm saying let's get to the pathology, let's get to the root of it. Let's stop just saying black men need to do better. It's like y'all want to put a band-aid on like a pulsating, bleeding wound, and that's inane and it's of no consequence. But yeah, let's do the work. I'm willing to build with anybody who may want to start like a cipher, or just kind of like a support group where black men we can really be honest and genuine and transparent and right the wrongs, rectify, bring some healing. But yeah, signing off from the Dogon Mental Health Part 2. It's the homie Reese back. Look out for that social distancing Lysol and toilet paper. I need the homie Cass to send them beats through. But yeah, peace and love to all. First single Lysol and toilet paper coming soon. Yeah, stay safe. Be good to yourself. Peace and love. Subscribe to the YouTube channel 82 Kings. You see it? 82 Kings. Follow the movement on Instagram @MackTV_82. Peace and love. Stay strong. I'm out.